We have just come off our first hosted river cruise ever with AmaWaterways on the AmaSerena. Can you please explain, Sam, your experience of your first hosted river cruise and how it's been?
Well, this is my first cruise on the river, and I've done loads of ocean cruises before. When I booked it, I was a bit apprehensive. Was not too sure what to expect because it's a much smaller boat, so you have to meet quite a lot of people face to face, whereas on ocean cruises you meet a couple thousand people. And to my surprise, it's been so user friendly, it's untrue. You do meet a lot of people very quickly. We get to know each other. We've got a WhatsApp group going within hours of getting on the boat, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And shame that I'm going home. I can do a couple more days, to be honest. And you know, so far so good. I certainly will do another one soon.
Fantastic. And how have you found your first hosted river cruise?
I have loved it. I have done a couple of previous ocean cruises as a solo traveller and always found them very enjoyable. I've always seen the adverts for the river cruise on the television, and it looked a wonderful experience. So when Passion for Cruises posted this voyage with AmaSerena, I was almost one of the first people to jump on board and book a cabin, and it's been amazing. Our host Pete has been amazing, and all my co-cruisers have been wonderful. It's been great getting to know everybody, and it's just lovely to wake up each morning and edit kind of a different location and go on the tours and see these beautiful cities in Europe. So they would definitely recommend it. And as for traveling solo, when you're with a group of similar-minded individuals, you will instantly start to connect with people and you'll make friends for life. So wonderful experience.
Now, if you are a lady traveller and you're a bit nervous about cruising solo for the first time, what advice would you give about cruising solo on a river cruise, especially a hosted cruise?
I would say, as a female solo traveller, you're actually quite safe because you are surrounded by other female solo travellers. And so what we found on this cruise particularly, there's been a lot of not only first time river cruises, but first time solo cruises. And the fact that you're with these other wonderful women who have had similar experiences, you feel very safe and secure. When you're going on these tours, you're going with a group of people. You're never on your own. You're always going to be surrounded by your group that you're traveling with, so you can feel very safe.
Fantastic. How was is this your first river cruise?
This is my first river cruise, yes. I've done lots of ocean cruising, which I love. And this is my third actual solo cruise, but obviously my first river cruise. I've loved it. Fabulous group of people. It was wonderful having a host to make sure that we did all the things that we wanted to do. It's a very safe way to travel, and I can't wait to book the next one.
Fantastic, that's brilliant, yeah. So, is this just your first river cruise?
My first cruise.
Your first cruise?
First cruise.
And how have you found it?
I've loved it. I've loved every second of it. Met some fabulous people, men and women, and everybody's happy. Everybody's loving it. Enjoyed the trips. Enjoyed everything. There's no negatives.
Are you going to do it?
But I'm going to do it again.
You're definitely going to do it again?
Definitely going to do it again.
Is there any advice to any of the ladies that were thinking about doing a first ever cruise?
If there's a forum available to you, like WhatsApp, and you know other travellers, or you get the names of the other travellers that go with, speak to people, do your research, pack lightly, comfy shoes, don't drink too much alcohol, sorry I did, and have fun.
Fantastic.
Have fun.
And is this your first?
It's my first river cruise, and I can only reiterate what these people have said. It's been fabulous. Dancing till way late, enjoying the company. Food has been excellent, and there's nothing negative. Don't think about it, just do it.
And any advice for anyone who's thinking of doing it?
Just press the button and go. There's nothing more to do. It's fabulous. You'll always
Fantastic.
have a lovely time.
Fantastic. Is this your first ever river cruise?
It is my first ever river cruise. My friend Clara was there, persuaded me to come on it. I was a bit dubious, but everyone is so lovely. And what I would say to you, if you are on your own, there's lots of reasons. You may have lost a partner, or you may have had a divorce, or just generally always been on your own. making friends has been never so easy. The companionship, the friendships that you make for life, and the fun times. And if you go on the forums, you can see how much fun we've had. Dancing the night away, and the trips are lovely, and I don't think there's anything really negative about it. And yes, I would definitely do another one, and I would highly recommend it.
Fantastic. And how is your, is it your first river cruise?
First ever cruise.
I've
never cruised before, river or sea. So it's been a really good experience for me. It's been luxurious. The food has been absolutely amazing. It's been lovely to be part of a group of similar-minded people. It's been great to have a host if I've had any questions, I've not been sure about something. I've always got somebody I can go to, and I've had a fabulous time, and I'll definitely be coming back.
And what advice would you give to people who are thinking of actually doing a hosted cruise? What do you feel the advantages of a hosted cruise are?
The fact that as a single traveller, if you don't know anybody, you've got a point of contact. That point of contact will have information that will be useful to you, and also helps you maybe decide on if they've done the route before, certain trips, or just connect you with other people within the group.
And yourself, have you found having a host on board?
For me, safety-wise is massive, and I think, like you were saying, to have somebody to go to, and for you, because I know you get hounded constantly, but to have those answers straight away. But it's also great to get advice off other people who have already been on the cruises, and because I think everybody is very mindful and concerned about the what ifs. What if I can't get there? What if I'm not picked up on time? Am I able to manage the trips? And that's the most important thing. So I've had knee surgery, and you've got choices of how fast you can walk, and they'll advise you, no, this isn't right for you, and that's paramount. That is the most, I think, one of the best features on
Brilliant.
there.
And again, having a host on board, how have you found having a host on board for yourself with that experience?
It's been perfect, absolutely perfect. It's just lovely to know that there's someone there you can go to. Pete's very approachable. Also helped me with my camera and techniques like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's been really good, and you get the support from other travellers, and just feel very, very comfortable. Very comfortable.
Fantastic. And again, having a host on board, how has that experience been?
Amazing. Yourself, Pete, you were the point of contact before we got here. We spotted you in the airport. We made a beeline for you. You were there to help us. Once we got on board, you introduced everybody. It was just that point of contact. Made sure everybody was okay. I felt safe because we knew we had you on board.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
And having a host on board for yourself, how have you found?
We're just repeating what these other wonderful women have said. I mean, you've been a great host, Peter, and thank you so much for everything you've done for us. You've kept us on track and made sure that we needed to be, and it's just been lovely. So would definitely recommend, especially someone's a little nervous about coming, especially as a female solo traveler, maybe your first choice would be a hosted cruise, so you can have that experience, and that will probably give you the confidence then to maybe go on another cruise where there isn't a host in the future.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, with a hosted cruise, it's save a lot of young doing research about the tours and other things, and what to expect from dinners, and which nights the special dining and all that. So it's a big relief without you just enjoy the leisure. The only other point I'd like to make is about the cost of the cruise. A lot of people might get worried about the cost of a river cruise, but however, I find this cruise it's been no more than most of my other cruise going. If anything, it might be cheaper, for reasons that all the excursions are included. You don't have to worry about that. Drinks are extremely reasonable. They got loads of pre-dinner parties, and drinks are with the dinners. And then so my bill was surprisingly low on checkout today, and so on. So I think people need to think about if the budget is a problem, river cruise may not be out of your reach.
Well, fantastic. So much is included. And again, having a host on board, how helpful has that been?
I think it's been really good because you did lots of pre-stuff that I was able to look at on the website beforehand, and also having you on board. I've done lots of ocean cruises, as I say, and quite often not as many solos get together as has happened on this. The whole lot of us have got together, and that's a really big thing, and I think your part in that, I mean, apart from everybody being wonderful, I have to say, I think your part in that has helped. Things like booking a specialty restaurant for us all so that we could all go together, you know, was really, really good.
Fantastic.
So,
And please do.
Kate, can I just say as well, what sold it for me was your forums. When we all had, because we all had millions of questions, especially all of us who have never been before, you know, even to the slightest thing is, do they have hair straighteners on there? Do they have an iron? All these are important.
Really helps. And I know that we're all thinking of cruising again together, aren't we?
Yes.
Which is fantastic, yeah? Really is. Is there any other tips, any other advice before we finish that you would like to say about this?
Just do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And just remember, it isn't just for the solo ladies, because there's a lot of nervous men out there. Sam, would you agree? There's a lot of men that don't want to take, well, not him. But what I'm saying, you know, it needs to be that, you know, there's a lot of men out there that would love to do holidays, and I think that needs to be.
Yeah. It's taking a plunge, isn't it?
It is.
Taking a plunge.
It is, definitely.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, thank you, everybody. It's been a fantastic cruise, and we're about to fly back to the UK, and hopefully we'll see everybody on board soon. Thank you. Bye. Please tell us about your experience on your first hosted river cruise.
Okay, yeah. We found the cruise very, very enjoyable. Positives for us was a very good group of people. Got to meet people very quickly. We gelled together as a group. So it's very nice at dinner, for instance, at lunch, at breakfast. There's always different people to talk to. This ship, absolutely superb. Nothing is too much trouble. Beautifully decorated, very, very comfortable. Excellent food, absolutely top class food. And having a hosted cruise, you've got somebody who is generally pulling the whole thing together from day one. So that person is getting everybody in one area so people can meet one another, talk to one another. And that is a real plus for somebody going on a solo cruise just on their own. That's quite a daunting thing. Believe you me, if the group are anything like the ones this week, you'll be made to feel welcome very, very quickly and be part of the team, so to speak. And there's no pressure, but it's lovely. We've had chef's table. That was an amazing evening, fantastic dinner. We all went up there as a group and we experienced a sumptuous meal. We've also had Captain's Gala dinner, again, fantastic food, top restaurant food, beautiful, great service, lovely company. You could choose who you're going to sit with. So I really haven't got any complaints at all, and certainly we're talking now about next year when the solo cruise comes up on the rivers. We're gonna come on one. We're also cruising on the oceans, and we like doing that, but this is a bit more, I think it's a bit more intimate, it's a bit more friendly, it's a bit more relaxed. You haven't got 4,000 people to contend with on board. So yes, we're sold, completely sold, and we'll be back. Danube, I think, is our next possible river cruise. But yeah, have a go, you'll love it.
Ask me some questions.
So is this your first river cruise?
It is my first river cruise. Yes, I know I've come with the best company, and I think I've been on the best boat or ship. It's been fabulous. We've met some great people. I'm hoping to see them all again, especially all the Passion for Cruise people. It's going to be fantastic.
Now, how have you found having a host on board? Have you found that helpful for your first river cruise?
Yes, it has. It's been fantastic. You've been great. Any questions we needed, either you or Andrea, and they answered everything. It was fabulous. So don't be afraid of coming. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, what would your advice be to anyone who's thinking of booking their first cruise, especially first ever cruise, and they're a little nervous about doing it, as to what they might expect as a hosted cruise on board?
The hosted cruise would be fantastic if you can get one. You don't need one, but it's far, far better to be with a horse because they can show you the ropes, introduce you to other solo cruiser people. Don't be afraid, it's been fantastic. I will definitely do another one, no problem.
Hi, this is your first ever cruise?
No, it was my first one with Passion.
Your first hosted cruise?
Definitely.
Now, how have you found the experience of having a hosted cruise, a hosted river cruise
Absolutely,
especially?
unbelievably brilliant. When we first came in, I think it was 25 of us, everyone gelled, everyone knew each other, we made friends easy. Now I'd do it again any day. I think they're better than going on your own and not knowing.
And so you found having a host on board really helpful to organise some meetups and
I want
events?
the host to come with me on all my holidays.
On all your holidays?
Yeah.
So what would your advice be to anyone who's, especially the guys as well, who are thinking of booking their first ever cruise but a bit nervous about booking it as far as...
We had a little group on PFC and a couple of people got on the first, so am I. So we bonded with a few before we even came on. And they've become very good friends.
So you've had a wonderful time?
I've had a brilliant time.
Yeah. And would you definitely do it again?
Yeah.
100%, yeah? Fantastic. And how have you found the host?
The host is lovely, I mean, he's brilliant. He's exceeded any expectations I ever had. He's joined in, he's took care of us, he's looked after us, he's dealt with all the problems, missing cases, not in my case. He's had a lot of stress, so he deserves a holiday.
Fantastic. To the next one. Brilliant.
Oh, I'm coming. I've got another one in November. So, but not hosted this time.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
No problem.